What's up guys, Alex from FIFA Scouting Tips here, and welcome to Orient Express Season 1 Episode 2. This is where we left off at the end of the season with a pretty much full youth academy. I've been asking you guys who I should promote from the academy because obviously almost everyone is eligible to be promoted, but we may not necessarily want to promote them all just yet. We have one player in particular who looks amazing, that's this guy here, Paul Spark. Look at that pace, going to be a really good striker, really useful to have that kind of pace up front. So I'm thinking I might promote him, see if we can get him on the pitch, scoring a few goals, and that'll get him into good form, and then he'll be able to grow more quickly. A few other ones who stand out as well. We've got a decent looking goalkeeper, and the good thing about training goalkeepers is that their physical stats obviously aren't important, so we can train their technical stats loads and it won't affect their physical stat growth, or if it does, it's not important, so he should be able to grow really quickly. A few others as well that I want to promote, maybe this guy here. Maybe this one as well. It's 6'7" left back, so hopefully he could be quite flexible. Use him at centre back perhaps as well. So there's a few people here that I think I'm going to promote, so I'll just get on with that now and show you the results when they get promoted. Okay, here are the 5 players that we promoted. Obviously none of them have potential statuses just yet because their overalls are under 60. Hopefully once they get to 60 overall, they'll all have potential statuses. Looking fairly decent, so I'm looking forward to getting them in action. Okay, it's the start of the new season and I've had a look in the free agents and I have found this guy. Look how good he looks. It looks like he's got really good pace, good dribbling, good ball control as well. He is a striker. His finishing isn't great, but we can train that up, so that shouldn't be a problem. Looks like he's going to be very promising. So I think I'm going to approach to sign him and then hopefully he'll accept and we'll have another good young player on our team. Now before I go any further, I'm going to show you the objectives we got from the board. So they want us to win the league title this year. Last time they wanted automatic promotion, so they've gone one further. They want us to win the league title, but I reckon we can do that. I'm going to be playing most of the games I think this season, so we'll have a fairly decent chance. As well as that, our cup objective is to reach the round of 32 stage, and our season's budget, we have 1.2 million in the transfer budget and 6,000 in the wage budget. I'm also going to enter a pre-season tournament, so hopefully we can add to that budget with a bit more money, and we'll have a bit of spending money to maybe buy some regens or scouted players on other teams, or go out on more scouting trips. As well as that, I've transfer listed a few players who I don't think we're going to use very much, and hopefully we can raise some money for them and add that to our budget as well. Okay, so we have our pre-season tournament invites. Once again, the prize money is pretty similar across them. It was pretty much the same last season as well. So I think I may as well go for the one that pays out the most, because I think we can get quite far. We did pretty well last time. I think we got to the semi-finals and earned a decent amount of money. So I'll enter this one and hopefully we can get a decent amount of money for it if we do well enough. Okay, a couple of messages here. First of all, we have an offer for Jay Simpson. He was the league's top scorer last season, got 22 goals. So he's going to be in high demand, so I reckon we can take advantage of that. We're trying to bring in that new striker, that free agent, to possibly replace him if he's good enough. So Simpson's value is 650,000, so I think I'm going to be a bit cheeky, push this up to over that, maybe 775, see if we can get a decent amount for him because he's in good form and he was the league's top scorer last season, so we should be able to get a decent amount of money for him, so hopefully they will accept that counter offer. And then as well as that, good news, this free agent has accepted our contract offer, so let's go and have a look at what he looks like. Right, here he is, rated 65, so that's a really good rating. He's one of our best strikers already. He's got some fantastic stats in there, 87 acceleration and 86 sprint speed. We thought that Paul Spark was fast, this guy is even quicker. 75 dribbling is going to be great. Only 54 finishing, which is a bit disappointing, but I'm sure we can train that up a bit. He's got 3-star skills and weak foot, and he's 6'2" as well, so that could cause a bit of trouble at the back for other teams. And as well as that, it says he's showing great potential, so he's got at least 80 potential, so he is going to be a really useful player to have. Right, another transfer offer for Jay Simpson. This one is from SV Darmstadt. I think I haven't even heard of them before, but they want to offer 650,000, so again, I'm just going to bump that up a bit, try and get a bit more money for him and milk that for all it's worth. Okay, another offer for Jay Simpson. I told you he's going to be popular. This one from Fulham, so I reckon they should have a bit of money lying around. Maybe we'll go for a little bit more, see if we can get a bit more money out of them. And then having done just that, Stade de Reims have said that they are going to match our counter offer of £775,000 for Simpson. So even so, that would be a really good amount to get in our transfer budget. So we have our first match in the European International Cup. It's against Charleroi, I'm not even sure how you say their name. But let's see, we drew 2-2 with them. Spark getting a goal, which is good to see on his debut for the club. So not a too bad start, I guess. Right, let's get into our first bit of player training. We haven't done this yet with our team, so I'm going to get going with a few different players. It looks like Schuster is pretty close to going up a level, so I think I'm going to give him something to do. Let's see here, what could be improved? Well, obviously his finishing needs to be improved because that's not great at the moment. So I think I will give him a gold one because, you never know, it'll give him a nice boost if it goes well. Spark as well, I think, could do with having a boost somewhere. Maybe we'll just go for this one for him because his heading could do with being a bit better. He's a striker after all, needs to have good heading. I'll also do the goalkeeper because, like I said earlier, if you train a goalkeeper, the good thing is that his physical stats aren't going to matter. So it doesn't matter if they get a bit stunted, we just want his technical stats to grow. So we may as well go for the best one here. His positioning isn't very good, so that can do with a boost. By the way, if there's anyone that you think I should train lots, in particular, do let me know. And if you think there's a particular drill they need to do as well, I'll get on with that. So I think this guy's interesting because he's actually mispositioned. He's a playmaker, but he's put at centre back. So I think it'd be interesting to try and train him up a bit. I'm not sure whether it's worth training him in defending mainly to get him used to playing at centre back, or to train him in midfield stats and then just play him there instead. But for now, I think we'll just give him a silver defending one for now and see how that goes. And then finally, we've got one more player to do. So who shall we do? Let's have a look. We may as well go for a promoted player. Let's go for Halloran, our left back. O'Halloran, sorry. And let's give him a silver one just to start off with, see how he does with that. So what I'm going to do with this, first of all, is I'm just going to simulate it all just to get through it quickly. A better way perhaps to do it is to actually play all the drills if you reckon that you're good enough to get a good score on all of them. If you simulate it's a little bit down to luck, but we will do that first of all. Maybe next time we'll play the drills. Let me know what you want me to do. So some of our players didn't do that great. In particular, Taylor got an F, which is not good, but Schuster has now grown a level to 66. He got a B, so that's pretty decent. So like I said, if there's anyone you think I should train more or on a particular stat, do let me know in the comments. Okay, so Jay Simpson has been sold to Stade de Rennes for £775,000. That's added £650,000 to our budget. A nice little boost there. And considering we got Schuster for free, who is almost at the same level as Simpson now, he's rated 66 and Simpson was 68. He looks like he's going to be a really good replacement for Simpson. So we got a nice cash injection and a good striker to replace him as well. Right then, next game in the cup, and we want to try and get a win this time, get some more points on the board for us in this competition, and yes, we managed to win it 1-0 with McCallum getting the goal. Okay, directly after that game we have an offer for one of our goalkeepers. I just didn't think I was going to use this guy very much because we've promoted that new goalkeeper and we've got a fairly decent one in Woods as well. His value is 130,000. They're offering 110,000, but we have almost 2 million, so I'm happy to accept that one instead. Right then, back on the training again, and I think I'm going to do similar players to last time. We want Schuster to be as good as possible, so let's have a look. Let's do that one again, chance creation, because his finishing could do with another boost. I think I'll put in Spark as well, another one of our promising strikers. Let's have a look. Headers and volleys again, I think could be quite a good one for him. Once again, the goalkeeper as well, Taylor, he could do with, give him a gold one, why not? Let's give that a try. Who else could we do? Let's see, one of these two players perhaps. I think we'll go for Martin. He's older and a little bit lower rated. We'll give him a medium one for now and see how he does in that one. And then finally, maybe a defender. Let's see. We've got O'Halloran has been promoted, so we'll stick with him, I think. And we'll give him a medium one, one-on-one defending. So once again, I'm just going to sim this one to get through it quickly so we can get into the start of the season proper, and then maybe I'll start playing the games. But like I said, keep all this information coming on who I should do next. So Taylor did much better this time than last time. He has got an A, and look at that stat just growing and growing. Now rated 59. That was a really good one to see. Everyone else fairly average, but he was really the standout performer this time. Right, an offer for Alex Cisak, a goalkeeper. Again, I didn't think I was really going to use him very much because we have another goalkeeper rated 65 who is actually younger, so might grow a bit higher. So there's no need to keep this guy ready and we can get a decent amount for him. They haven't offered a very good fee for him though, so I'm going to put that up to 400,000 because he's in the last year of his contract, so I probably won't get much more than that for him. But I think 400,000 is a decent amount to ask for, so hopefully they'll accept that. So we have our final group game now. If you look on the right hand side, we are joint top with 4 points against the team we're playing today, against BK Hacken. So we want to get a good result against them to move top. And yes, that is a really strong performance. We win 2-0. Great result to go into the knockout stages. Okay, a couple of things here. Charlie Granger has been sold, so we've had £90,000 added to our budget. And we've got some money from the tournament, £388,800 as well. So nice little boost there, £400,000 or so added to our transfer budget. Okay, one thing I've realised from these games is that I'm very short on centre backs and central midfielders, so we don't really have any amazing ones at the moment, so I've been looking around for players to loan in potentially, and I found these two players here looking very promising, trying to keep it realistic as well by loaning in players from England, so it makes more sense really. So I think I'm going to try and loan these players in and see if they accept. Okay, just had a message through saying that Huddersfield have accepted our counter offer for Cisak, so £400,000. That's going to be another deal done, hopefully. Right, mixed news really. West Ham didn't want to loan that player to us because they say that they are one of our rivals, probably should have known better than to try that one, so we can't get him, which is a bit frustrating. But fortunately Aston Villa have accepted our other offer to take their centre back on loan, so let's accept that and see what he looks like in the squad report. So here he is, rated 63 at 17 years old. Hopefully he's going to do quite well at this level, and he's got some nice stats as well for a centre back. 77 sprint speed is really useful, and 74 strength and 79 jumping, all pretty good stats to have there at the back. In terms of his height, he's 6'6" as well, so it's not like he's going to get beaten in the air, so he should be a very useful player. It does say that he's rated 62. This is a display glitch that is still in the game, frustratingly. Basically his overall is 62, but for some reason here the game has calculated it wrong, so I expect next month it's going to say that he's gone down 1 point. His stats won't have changed, but his overall will just be correcting itself. A bit frustrating, but still he's going to be a very useful player for us, I reckon. So I had another look for central midfielders and I found this guy, so we're going to try and loan him in. Hopefully there won't be any problems this time, there really shouldn't be, so we'll loan him in for 1 year and hopefully they'll accept this time. So next we have the semi-final of the Cup, we're against Kilmarnock, and hopefully this will be another good result. We went out of this stage last time, but no, not this time. We got the 1-0 win and we're through to the final. And this time it's given us £540,000 added to our transfer budget, so this is really good. It's definitely worth playing these tournaments every year if you can, because they just give you loads of money. Even if you're not getting through to the final and winning them, you can still get a decent amount. So it's time for more player training, and I think once again I'm going to take on Schuster and give him something to get him to grow, and why not, let's go for chance creation again. The goal ones have a better chance of getting him to grow more if they do well, obviously, so he'll grow a bit better hopefully if he can do well. Spark as well, I think I'll take him on. His dribbling isn't great at the moment, but that's not going to raise it too much. Maybe we'll do a medium dribble course to get that up a little bit. Then who else shall we take on? Let's see. I'm not sure that I should take some people in the academy just yet, or whether it's worth leaving them for a bit and focusing on the people that we've promoted. We have Viatri here on loan. Might be worth just giving him a little bit of a boost first of all, as he's just joined us. So why not let's do this one. May as well give him a difficult one to do, and hopefully he'll get a good boost. Of course we're going to do Taylor, our goalkeeper. We'll do him every week, I think. And you know what, I might actually give him another drill to do just to round off everything and give him a bit more growth hopefully. So let's see what happens here. We'll simulate this one again. Maybe next time round I'll do playing some exercises. Well, we didn't do that well this time, except Taylor got an A again. That's the second time in a row he's got an A. A few players only got D's, which is a bit disappointing, but I guess it's not too bad in the long run. Hopefully it will help them grow still. Right, it is the final of the Cup. Let's see if we can get the final ultimate result that we want to win the Cup. And no, we lost 3-4 on penalties. Really unlucky. We drew the main bit of the game 0-0, only lost it on penalties. So I guess it's a pretty good showing in that Cup. We did well enough to get to the final, not quite enough to win it though. Right, so we got a few messages here straight after that game, so I'll just whiz through them. First of all, that central midfielder that I was looking for, they've accepted the loan offer, so we'll go and take a look at him in a second. As well as that, we have managed to sell Cisak to Huddersfield. We've got £350,000 added to our budget, and on top of that, for coming second, it says, well, they haven't actually told me how much I got yet, but they say congratulations. So in a minute, I guess we'll see how much we got for that one, but let's go and have a look at this loan player. So here he is, rated 64 at 19 years old, so again he should be able to slot straight into the first team. He's got pretty decent pace as well, 75 acceleration and 76 sprint speed, as well as half decent passing and very good ball control as well. Let's just have a look at his weak foot and his skills, so he's got 3 stars on both. So there we go, hopefully he'll be a decent performer for us and will help shore up the midfield. Okay, another transfer offer for Sandro Samido, another player that we're just trying to offload. It's from Bohemian FC. His value is 110,000 and they're offering 80,000, so it's a little bit below his valuation. If you look at our budget, we've got £2.7 million, so I don't think it's going to make too much difference, to be honest. So we'll accept that and we'll be able to offload him. Right, time for another training session, and I think the usual suspects are going to get some work here. So Schuster first of all, go for another chance creation one. hopefully he'll grow a bit with that. Spark as well. The reason I'm doing these 2 strikers is because they already have very good pace stats, and if you overtrain players, or not overtrain them, if you train them too much on their technical stats, I guess, if you train them a lot, it can end up stunting their physical stat growth a bit. So you should only really do it that much with players who already have good physical stats, like these 2 strikers, where it's not going to affect them too much. So I think we'll take him for another headers and volleys session to improve those areas of his game. As well as that, as before, we'll give Taylor another workout on the one-on-one goalkeeping, and I think we will also give him another one on the throws and drop kicks, give him as much growth as possible. And then for our final one, let's have a look. Who else have we got here who we could grow? Why not try O'Halloran, because he's close to being our first team choice here, only a couple of points behind our only other left back, so we want him to grow a bit and take that first spot. So we'll give him that one, that silver one, I think, and let's see how they do this time round. We've been getting a few Fs and Ds, so again a couple of Ds, but some Bs as well, and some very decent growth there. Taylor has grown thanks to those sessions that he did, so that's pretty good going. Not bad performances, some pretty disappointing ones, but some good ones as well in there. Right, another transfer offer. This one is for Ollie Palmer, another player we're trying to offload. Kind of a bit reticent about letting this guy go in a way, because he has 79 sprint speed and 87 strength, an amazing combination, but he's just not going to grow very much. He's 24 years old already, and he's taking the place that Schuster and Spark could have up front, so we'll try and get rid of him, I guess. This is an offer from Morecambe. They're offering £110,000 and its value is £150,000, but once again, like I said before, because we have such a good budget, I don't think it's worth trying to push for a bit more, because they might end up getting a bit scared and taking away their offer, so I will just accept that one and we'll get him offloaded as well. Okay, just a quick note to say that Sandro Semedo has been sold and we've had £70,000 added to our transfer budget. And as well as that, Ollie Palmer has been sold to Morecambe, so we've got £90,000 added to our budget as well. I think that's all the players I want to get rid of now, because we've got quite a small squad, but it's going to give our scouted and regen players a good chance to get some first team action. So first of the month, and that means it's time to look at how our players are growing. First up we have Danny Taylor, and already he's grown 3 points. Really feeling good about this guy this season, and because he's over 60 overall, he's now got potential status, and it says showing great potential, which is good to see. In terms of his stats, his positioning and reflexes have grown 6 points already, and his diving has gone up 3. So like I said, really feeling confident about this guy this season. I think he's going to do very, very well for us. O'Halloran has grown a point as well, up to 59. And Vietri hasn't grown a point yet, but his stats are showing signs of life, which is good. Then same with Demetrio, our other loaned in player, his stats are going up very slightly. Then Mark Stokes, once again stats growing up, but he hasn't grown a point just yet, but he's in good form, so hopefully that'll start to change soon. Then we have Stephen Martin, grown a point to 52. Then Paul Spark up 1 to 59, and his acceleration has gone up to 83 as well, so he's going to be even more deadly going forward. And then we have Melvin Schuster on 66, grown a point. The rest of the players are real players. We haven't got any more scouted or regen players. So if there's any area of the pitch you think I should improve, any players I should promote, anything like that, make sure you let me know in the comments. And speaking of players to promote, here is how our youth academy is looking so far. If you want any of these players to be promoted, make sure you let me know. And conversely, if you think anyone should be released from the academy as well, tell me that as well. I haven't sent my scouts out this season just yet, so if there's anywhere you reckon I should go, any sort of player that I should look for, any place that I should go to, make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments as well, and I'll make sure to read all your comments and see if I can put them into action. But like I said, if there's anyone you want promoted or anyone to be released, make sure you tell me that. So that is it for today's episode of Orient Express. We're just about to start the season proper, the actual league. So if you want me to play games or sim games, I want to hear your thoughts on that, about how I should go about doing that. And like I said just now, if there's any scouted players you want promoted, I want to hear your thoughts on that as well. So keep all your general feedback coming. I do try and read all your comments and reply to them if I can. Try and keep that interaction going with you guys. It's really good that you're commenting a lot on my stuff. I'm really pleased with that. So as well as that, we have the Scouting God contest this month. It is on the best potentials on FIFA 16 players. Make sure when you submit your entries that are in the academy so we can see the potentials. If you want to enter that, take a picture of your highest potential scouted player, like I said, when they're in the academy, you can then send that picture to @FIFA Scouting on Twitter using the hashtag ScoutingGod, or you can submit it to facebook.com/FIFA Scouting Tips, or leave a link to the image in the comments below, or you can submit it on FIFAscoutingtips.com. However you want to do that. That will end at the end of October, so you've got a little bit of time left on that one. We've had some really good entries so far, so make sure your entry is a good one. Keep all your thoughts coming on what you want me to do on this channel as well. I've started doing my best cheat players series and also on the website, so make sure you check that out. That's got all the best players, like all their costs, their wages, their potentials, all that kind of useful information. So like I said, keep all your thoughts and feedback coming. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. So quick update on our youth squad. This is in October. We've only played a couple of months and look how many players we've signed. Just going to scroll through them now, all looking fairly decent. There are some which I might get rid of, like this one here,